Error P1 in air conditioners, meaning, causes, and detailed solutions. The P1 error code in air conditioning systems is a critical alert indicating that the system has detected an abnormal condition that could compromise proper operation. This error should not be ignored, as it may be related to electrical problems or abnormal operating conditions depending on the brand and model of the air conditioner. In most cases, P1 is associated with failures in the compressor power supply, which is delivered through the external electronic control board located in the condenser unit. However, its interpretation is not universal. Some manufacturers use it to indicate protections triggered by excessive temperature, high pressures in the refrigeration circuit, or even abnormal water levels in condensation trays in portable units. For this reason, it is essential to perform an accurate diagnosis before taking any action. Below is a complete technical guide covering diagnostics, recommended tests, and practical solutions for both residential and portable units. Initial actions when detecting error P1. Before performing advanced tests, it is recommended to follow basic steps that may resolve the problem without major intervention. 1. Restart the unit. Disconnect the air conditioner from the power supply for 3 to 5 minutes. Plug it back in and turn it on. Check if the code disappears. In many cases, the error is triggered by a temporary voltage fluctuation or a momentary system lock. 2. If the error persists, turn off the unit and unplug it for 10 to 15 minutes. Inspect all electrical connections to ensure they are tight, clean, and free of corrosion. If the error continues after this, proceed with detailed electrical diagnostics, brands where P1 indicates compressor power supply issues. This behavior is common in inverter and conventional units such as Carrier, Medea, Lennox, TCL, Westinghouse, Pioneer, Mirage, Perfect Air, Mr. Cool, Lloyd, Kenwood, Daikin, Comfort Star. Checking voltage and connections. To perform these tests, you need a digital multimeter and must follow safety protocols. Verify that the supply voltage is correct, 110 volts or 220 volts according to the equipment specifications. Inspect all electrical connections in the indoor and outdoor units. Common issues causing P1: loose wires, corroded connectors, intermittent contacts. A single loose wire can trigger the P1 error and prevent the compressor from starting. Diagnosing the external electronic board. If voltage is correct, the next critical point is the control board in the condenser unit. This board contains the PFC circuit, power factor correction, responsible for supplying stable voltage to the compressor. PFC failure equals IPM intelligent power module issues equals P1 error. Checking voltage in the PFC circuit. 5. Expected values at the rectifier bridge. For 110-volt systems, approximately 150 volts DC after the diode bridge. For 220-volt systems, approximately 300 volts DC after the diode bridge. 6. If the voltage is not present. Possible causes: faulty PTC resistor, soft start, defective power relay, damaged rectifier bridge. If the voltage is present, disconnect the board and check continuity of the reactor, PFC coil. Inspect critical components: PFC resistors, diodes and capacitors. Look for swelling or leaks. IGBT transistor, common in inverter systems. If no visible faults are found, the issue may be in the PFC driver, switching control, or the IPM module responsible for powering the compressor. Special cases: P1 related to temperature or pressure. In some units, P1 occurs due to abnormal operating conditions detected by sensors. high discharge temperature at the compressor, high pressure in the refrigeration circuit, thermal overload protection. This occurs in brands such as Haier, Mitsubishi, Trane, York, and some models from the Dia, Dolence, Lennox. Recommended checks. Turn off and unplug the unit for safety. Clean the condenser coil. Ensure there are no obstructions in the outdoor unit. Confirm that the fan operates properly. Then, measure the temperature sensor resistance in kiloohms. It should never read 0 or infinite. Compare the value with the manual. When warmed by hand, resistance should decrease. Check supply voltage, approximately 2.5 volts DC. If there is a thermal switch or pressure switch, perform continuity tests. P1 error in portable air conditioners. In portable units, P1 indicates the condensation tank or tray is full of water. Common brands: General Electric, Electrolux, Mirage Portable, AEG, Frigidaire. Why does this happen? The air conditioner extracts humidity from the air and condenses it into water. It can drain outside or collect in an internal tank. When the tank reaches its limit, the unit stops to prevent overflow and electrical damage. How to clear P1 and drain water. Turn off and unplug the unit. Locate the lower drainage outlet. Place a container. Remove the cap and drain all water. Replace the cap. Ensure the unit is level. Restart the air conditioner. What if P1 appears and there is no water? The level sensor or float switch may be faulty. Clean the sensor and check the float. Inspect wiring and connections. Factors that cause frequent P1 codes. High humidity climates. The tank fills faster. Solution: install continuous drainage with a hose. Final recommendation: before replacing the control board or compressor, perform all the above checks. In many cases, the issue can be resolved with simple adjustments, cleaning, or replacing an inexpensive component.